Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here with my WWE Raw review for tonight, Monday, June 22nd, 2015, from the Conseco Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. As the Road to Battleground continues, I know they're trying to make Battleground. I know, Battleground's the last one before SummerSlam. They're trying to make it a big pay-per-view. But Jesus, there's so many matches that should be at SummerSlam, not at Battleground. You know what I mean? This Raw tonight was not my favorite Raw recently. There was not a lot of good matches tonight. Like last couple Raws, there was like maybe one, maybe two good matches. Not much tonight though. We got a reunion that I thought should have never happened. I'll get to that in a second. That's in the subtitle. And new matches out of the Battleground, including one that should be at SummerSlam besides the main event. But before I get to my little rant about this, and I'll try to be civil about this Raw, it's like, let's start off with Brock Lesnar, who returned last week following his storyline suspension to take on Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. I wish. It's at Battleground, like I said. I know they're trying to do possibly a Triple H Rollins thing, but Lesnar's match at Lesnar and Rollins should be at SummerSlam. Lesnar's had so many SummerSlam moments. He won his first championship at the SummerSlam back in 2002. His main event record at SummerSlam has been okay when it comes to headlining it. The last three he's been a part of. 2012, his match against Triple H. 2013, his match against CM Punk. Not bad. At least Punk carried a match. This year's match between him and Cena. A beatdown, but a fun one. Rollins should have been a fun one. But Rollins and Triple H, if that happens, Triple H doesn't wrestle that much anymore. His match against Sting had to rely on interference from NWO and DX to help enhance the match with him and Sting. And with the Authority back, man, I don't want that match to be ruined by that. So, we have Lesnar coming out and Paul Heyman talking about why Lesnar and how he got back in the company's good graces following his suspension after going beast mode after WrestleMania. Heyman delivering another great promo, as usual. Maybe not as good as others, but still another great promo from Heyman. Said there's only one caveat that Lesnar needs to do. He needs to apologize. It was a night of apologies tonight. And Lesnar started the night of apologies as he would shake the hands of JBL and Michael Cole. Since Booker T wasn't there, he wasn't able to accept it verbally because he's doing tough enough. He gave Michael Cole, the funniest thing was he gave Michael Cole a shake, but then he gave him a noogie. So Lesnar fulfilled his contractual obligations to appease the company and appease their public and corporate image by having a wrestler who beat up their staff apologize for his actions. That means it's on for him and Rollins at SummerSlam. For Rollins, this is an important match. This is the biggest match of his entire title run. Too bad, like I said once again, it's at Battleground, not at SummerSlam. Should be at SummerSlam. Next up, after that segment, we have a first proper match. Kane taking on Dean Ambrose, who I hope they got it. I got a great push, a couple weeks back with his great one of the title, with the match at the Elimination Chamber, match at Payback, and of course, great ladder match at Money in the Bank last week. I just hope they don't let Ambrose go down the winding downward spiral again before he got back in the title picture. And it looked like it tonight. They was going back down the hole of losing again. As despite a decent effort from Dean Ambrose once again against Kane, the night of apologies continued as Seth Rollins, who's basically scared, wanted to do apologies of his own, trying to appease the Authority again after getting on their backside following bad comments and alienated him. He kind of helped Kane in his match against Dean Ambrose, just okay, despite Ambrose's best efforts. Rollins came out to help him, and with that distraction, despite getting dropkicked by Ambrose, Kane would capitalize with the chokeslam and victory with help from Seth Rollins, who would talk to Kane and JJ Security that would lead up to the main segment as Seth would have tried to apologize to all three of the Authority members, Kane and J&J, to try to get them back in Seth's good graces so he can cover his ass against Lesnar. I'll give you my thoughts on that segment and why I think Seth should never reunite with the Authority again and should stay on his own. I'll get that and all that. That's why I'm like ranting tonight, you know. And stupid things happen that should have never happened. Like Seth and the Authority should never be back together again. So after that, hoopla with Kane and Ambrose. With our next match, we have the Primetime Players and new tag team champions taking on the Ascension. Another team that, like Dean Ambrose, is going down a downward spiral of bad booking. They need to take that face paint off and just be a faceless team, not dissing anybody, be a muted team, and just kick ass like it did at NXT. Purpose of these match against Primetime Players, a team that's beaten them twice before. Now I'm happy for Primetime Players. It was a nice surprise to see him as tag team champions. Nice surprise to see him beat New Day at the Miami Bank pay-per-view. Because I've been a fan of theirs for a while. I love their comedic style. I love their stuff. And I'm glad they're giving it another shot. And let them be champs again. After fucking it up the first time and not letting it be champions before they broke up a couple of months back. About a year ago. So having them back together. I said this last week. If they can bring back Primetime Players and finally give them the tag team titles that they should have won the first time they were together, they should bring back Road Scholars. They could benefit both guys right now. Rhodes and Damien Sandow, who, like the Ascension, are going down the downward spiral of bad booking. With their stupid characters, Macho Mandow and Stardust. They should take advantage of Cody Rhodes in the situation. I know Cody Rhodes is probably off TV for a while because of Dusty's death, but I want to say one thing. I hope WWE takes advantage of this situation and gives Cody Rhodes a good push back and let him feed off the emotion and let the fans feel sympathy for him about his father passing away and really capitalize on it. Get rid of Stardust. That's what I think they should do. But they don't want to listen to anyone's opinion, especially when it comes to Cena and Kevin Owens. I'll get to that in a second. Great match between these two great teams, Ascension and Primetime Players. With Darren Young with his great contract finish for the victory. Fun match between both these great teams. Ascension had some good offense in, but like I said, Primetime got the victory with the Super Mega Dead of the Year. Tyler O'Neill and his team winning. Congrats to Tyler. That's awesome. He won that award for Super Mega Dad of the Year. Speaking of Mega Dads, who did a commercial with his daughter is involved in a little bit of a storyline with the Mind Games being played on by Bray Wyatt, who will take on Roman Reigns at Battleground. By the way, New Day Primetime Players rematch is confirmed for Battleground. But Roman Reigns tried to shake off the Mind Games that's been played on him by Mr. Bray Wyatt, using his daughter and making fun of the commercial he did with her by singing I'm a Little Teapot. Creepy, man. It adds more layers to it. It's really creepy and scary, but it's cool at the same time. At least when WWE tries to be dark and moody and creepy, they're not doing it in a mean way like TNA. You don't see WWE push women in front of trains like Mickie James and TNA. Anyway, we had Sheamus against Roman Reigns in a fight. It wasn't a match. It was more like a brawl. Because all you guys know what to do is kick, punch, and kick again. It was an okay match for what it was. It was just a brawl. You know, the point outside the ring, and Reigns trying to capitalize on momentum. He needs to get rid of the Shield thing. You know, he reminds people of the Shield too much. The entrance remains the same. Everything, his cast remains the same. That's why I think people are booing him. And turning on him since the Rumble. He hasn't developed. He hasn't evolved. Seth tried to evolve. Dean evolved. Roman Reigns hasn't evolved. That's why I think people are booing him, because he's been the same character for the last 2 years. He needs to get rid of the Shield gear and be his own person and have his own identity outside of his Shield character. That's the thing. I think we hit the nail on the head here. Why do fans been booing Roman Reigns so much? Some people boo him. Some people still like him. But he needs to get rid of all emblems in the Shield. It needs to be his own guy. Get rid of the entrance to the crowd. Get rid of the music. Get new music. Get a new outfit. That makes people forget he was a part of the Shield, because what he looks like now reminds people of the Shield. So after this great brawl between these two guys, It looked like Reigns was going to get a count-out victory as he beat up Sheamus in the ringside area with a big move over the table. But as the referee was going to count, here comes Bray Wyatt on the screen, having a little fake tea party with what looked like he was popping with Roman Reigns' daughter, but it was a setup. And he was singing to an empty chair. Then Roman Reigns tried to go into the back. The match was a no contest as Roman ran to the back. And the room he went in, it was like a creepy room with all these pictures of Reigns crossed with his eyes, like weird. It was like anybody but you and pink, you know, and all these candles. And it was a weird scene, but Bray's got his groove back. You know, after pointless little feuds with Cena, this feud with Reigns could be the best thing for him. You know, if they don't fuck it up and ruin his momentum like they have in recent months, they could make Bray Wyatt a big mega heel again. You know what I mean? I love the creepiness. I love the darkness. Like I said, it's broody, but it's fun. Not mean like in TNA. That's why I feel like TNA is too mean. You know, in WWE, when Bray Wyatt's taunting Roman Reigns, it's like soft but subtle and great. TNA is more like, I'm gonna break your legs, bitch! You know, that's TNA is now. That's my feel. TNA is no longer fun. It's mean. I call TNA TNF. Totally not fun. So now on to our next scenario. John Cena returned tonight. But before that, we had two matches before we saw Cena return way too early in my mind. We had Neville taking on Kofi with the New Day in his corner. It was a fun match. They should have had more time, I think. Should have been a better match because these two guys are great high flyers. But not only did Xavier and Big E got involved, so did the part-time players got involved. These guys had a 6-man tag last week. So it made sense. And of course, New Day will take on part-time players for the tag team titles at Battleground. But, you know, they should have had Neville and Kofi go one-on-one in a fun high-flying match. But then after part-time players got in, part-time players got thrown out of the ring, and so did Xavier and Big E, which gave Neville the advantage as Kofi was fuming and walked into a big high kick from Neville. Red Arrow, 1, 2, 3, quick match from Neville, and Kofi with Neville getting the victory. Should have been a more fun match because these two guys are great high-flying athletes. And they're both in Money in the Bank together. So they should have put on a better match. Should have had more time. It kind of enhanced the New Day part-time players feud, but it didn't benefit Neville or Kofi because he should have put on a better match. Next up, we have Bad News Barrett against Zack Ryder. Now, Bad News Barrett's been fuming ever since losing to R-Truth last week, and R-Truth thinks he's the king. I think R-Truth to me is like Santino Morales' replacement, because Santino was like the comedy relief. And now R-Truth's been like a comedy relief. And R-Truth's fun. Like you mentioned that word in the WWE. WWE is fun. Even the heels are fun. Bad News Barrett's a fun heel. Bray Wyatt is a creepy, fun heel. Kevin Owens, what can I say about him that I haven't already said on these videos? He's a fun, badass heel. So we have Bad News Barrett against Zack Ryder, who's been kind of benefiting from NXT, teaming up with Mojo Rawley, even though he's made people's eyes one-dimensional. I think Zack Ryder's not one-dimensional. But despite Zack's back effort, trying to set up the Polsky boots, bang! Bullhammer in a fun little squasher. 1, 2, 3 victory for Bad News Barrett. King Barrett. Now on to our next scenario, John Cena returning. Now I said as my attack sports today, Cena should have stayed out longer. Not come back tonight. To make Owens look more like a monster than he already is. 2, have Cena have West after defending the title a lot in great matches against Dean Ambrose, Zack Ryder, Neville, and of course his matches against KO, which have been both amazing. And 3, have him rest and stay out after Battleground, so this great women match should be at the place where it should be, SummerSlam. Now it's going to be a Battleground. Like I said earlier, the card of Battleground should be the card at SummerSlam. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to make Battleground a bigger pay-per-view than it already is. You know, it's kind of a B-list pay-per-view, but come on, they're racing so many good matches on SummerSlam. That should be at SummerSlam and Battleground. Once again, another great promo, by the way, from these two. I love their feud. You know, Don't get me wrong. I love the feud. I love the matches. But everyone will probably agree with me. If Kevin Owens is booked to win the U.S. Championship, which is probably going to happen because he may lose the NXT Championship against Finn Balor next week in Japan, where would you rather see Kevin Owens become a major title holder in the WWE? You want to see him win on a B-list, no-name pay-per-view? Or would you rather see him win the U.S. Championship on one of the Big Four pay-per-views? Big Four pay-per-view, SummerSlam. The only thing that could make Cena and Owens make it at SummerSlam, cheap, screwy ending at Battleground. It's the only thing. And I don't want a screwy ending. I want a SummerSlam match. You know, I want this match to be a SummerSlam. But I don't want a screwy ending at Battleground to make reason for a SummerSlam match. You know, like a DQ or something. You know what I mean? I think Owens should either... Two things that could make a match at SummerSlam happen. One, screwy ending at Battleground. Two, Cena gets taken out again by Owens and doesn't make it to Battleground. I want that to happen rather than a screwy ending at Battleground to suffice a match at SummerSlam. If they have a screwy ending, the feud is then pointless. It will ruin momentum for that feud if they have a screwy ending for SummerSlam. You know what I mean? That's the problem. That's why I don't want a screwy ending at Battleground, because I want a SummerSlam match, but I don't want a screwy ending. Because it'll ruin momentum of the feud. And this feud's been great. Another great promo, like I said, going back and forth again. And it'll be for the U.S. Championship. Like I said, should be at SummerSlam, not Battleground. That's my little rant about it, you know what I mean? Love these two guys, put on great matches. But would you rather see a great match on a B-list pay-per-view that no one will remember? Or see a great title match and a great coordination for Kevin Owens at a Big Four pay-per-view like SummerSlam? A pay-per-view where major superstars won their first major titles. Bret Hart won his first major singles title at SummerSlam. The Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam 91. Brock Lesnar won his first World Championship at SummerSlam 2002. Randy Orton won his first major world title at SummerSlam 2004. You know what I mean? Many great superstars won their first major titles at SummerSlam. Owens should too. Not at a B-list like Battleground. I know I'm trying to build it up as a big pay-per-view, but come on. It doesn't need to be. These matches on Battleground, including the main event, should be at fucking SummerSlam. So there you go. Speaking of matches that could be a Battleground, we could see a Bellatrix match against Paige and a partner. Of course, the Divas in the locker room don't want to side with Paige against the Bellatrix, because Paige is trying to step up against the Kardashians, the Bellas. The Mean Girls of the WWE. But no one wants to step up with her. That could mean an NXT invasion. Hey, if they're bringing up people like Kevin Owens and Neville, let's bring up some NXT divas to bring back real women's wrestling to WWE. Yeah, Emma didn't go too well in WWE. Carol didn't go over well in WWE. And Ascension didn't go over well. Lucha Dragon should be on more often. He's doing okay with Neville for now. But if they don't mess this up, if Charlotte and or Sasha or Bayley come in to help Paige out, this could be huge. This could be at Battleground. But till then, we had Naomi and Tamina taking on the Bellatrix in a tag match. Naomi hates the Bellas as much as Paige does, but doesn't want to side with Paige per se. So they teamed up against Bellatrix with their new Team Bella member, Alicia Fox. So it was an okay little Divas tag. Naomi tried to look aggressive, trying to take both Bellas out with the rear view. And should be Divas champion, by the way. She's very athletic. I've been applauding her. You know, I think Natalya should be pushed more, but hey, who cares? But Tamina accidentally got into the fire of Naomi's offense. With Tamina accidentally out, with Naomi accidentally hitting her, she was prone to the rack attack from Nikki Bella and the 1-2-3 victory for the Bella Twins. Once again, in their favorite position, on top. Had to make that joke. It was setting it up. It was a perfect setup for it. Next match, should I say? Ryback against Mark Henry. Big Show at ringside. Now, a match that I think everybody gives me would be at Battle. We have a little storm outside. There's a little rainstorm, so don't mind the flickering. Please don't go out doing this. Anyway, we had Big Show at ringside, and I think this match everyone knew was going to be at Battleground after the ending at Money in the Bank. Triple threat: Miz, Big Show, and Ryback. Miz, I think, is like the third banana in this. He's just inserted because of circumstance. That's the only reason why he's in this match. Circumstance. Just because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, getting knocked out by Big Show before he supposed title defense against Ryback the night after Elimination Chamber. That's why he's in this situation. It should be just one-on-one Big Show and Ryback. Even though I don't like the fact that Ryback's first major feud for the IC Championship is against Big Show. But he put on an okay match against Mark Henry, despite Big Show trying to rally Mark Henry, and Henry's strong offense got the best of Ryback at certain points in the matchup. These two had fought before at WrestleMania a couple years back. Despite Ryback throwing some big offense, and he was trying to get some big kicks in, of course, set up the world's strongest slam. But then Ryback got out of it, set up the meat hook, and got it. We looked like he was going to try to shell shock Mark Henry. But instead, he decided to flip us with a frog splash to finish. He did a decent frog splash for a big guy, for the big guy. And a 1-2-3 victory for Ryback, defeating Mark Henry with a new move that is awesome, though. At least for him, a frog splash. Then after the match, Ryback and Big Show would confront each other in the locker room with a brawl. Other Miz would come in and sneak in. Because everyone forgets that Miz is in his match. Even when JBL mentioned to Big Show that Miz is in his match, he's like, who? Like, everyone Miz, like I said, is like the third banana. It's like the third wheel. Because Big Show and Ryback's getting all the attention. Miz may benefit from it. He could benefit being the third banana. He could steal it. He's done that before. Remember last year at Battleground, he was in an IC Championship match and stole the IC Championship by not being in a match, staying outside the whole time, and eliminating Dolph Ziggler after we thought he won, because Miz wasn't eliminated yet. He could steal it, like he did last year in the IC Championship match. So, being on the radar could be good for Miz. But for now, being on the radar is not good with Big Show and Ryback taking all the attention. It shouldn't even be a triple threat if they're not going to give attention to Miz, even though some people hate Miz. So, at least give him equal billing. He's like a third banana in this. The Big Show and Mark Henry's Big Show and Ryback's major feud. Now on to our next matchup, main event match. It was like unofficially main event, but it was the last match of the night. Adam Rose against Dolph Ziggler. Adam Rose, I loved the E60 thing, the beyond the ring, behind the curtain thing. The duck thing was really well done, and it got a lot of attention to Adam Rose. He had a good story. I didn't know it was actually not an Australian; it was actually an American. And I like this story about his rags towards his story, trying to stay in the company and try to find his niche. And I thought the Rose Box could be done for him, but that gimmick can only take him so far. They should take advantage of his press conference from that great coverage and that special. But instead, it pair him up with Rosa Mendes, who's been poison for people. Hello, she ruined Fandango's career. When they got rid of Fandango's old theme, they let him go with her, and he's never been the same since. He brought back his old theme, but he's never been the same since he paired up with Rosa Mendes. But I kind of like Adam's new thing with him and Rosa. It's kind of interesting, though. It should be a bomb, but I actually like that. I actually kind of like that promo he did. Better than being a Rosebud. Now he's a Rosebud. Anyway, and then a little exchange with him and Rosa. And of course, Lana at ringside as well. To express true love. Dolph and Adam had a decent little match together. It was okay to go, man. Like I said, there's not a lot of action tonight. Not a lot of good matches. There's been at least one or two good matches on the walls of late, but not tonight, though. This one was that close to it, but it was okay. Despite some great offense from Dolph Ziggler, some great moves like some big elbows and a face buster. They tried to set up the famous at one time, but not exactly. So there's Animals going to the top rope to go for a big move. Dolph caught him mid-air with a super kick. And got the finish for that. That was a great finish, by the way. 1-2-3 victory for Dolph Ziggler. And he kissed Lana. Now, Rusev, who's still battling knee injuries, I applaud WWE for at least still using my Rusev, but they should keep him off television. Make it more interesting, keep him off TV instead of just letting him be on TV still with crutches. And then after he got mad in the back of the scene, Lana and Dolph kiss again, Summer Rae came in. I spoke of Fandango and having a new valet for a while. One of his old valets could be the new thing for Rusev, but in my mind, no one's going to be able to replace Lana for Rusev. Because Lana was a great mouthpiece for Rusev. Summer Rae's not a great mouthpiece. She's a great piece of eye candy, but not a great mouthpiece for Rusev, you know? That's not the way Rusev needs to get back momentum. You know what I mean? There's other ways to regain his momentum. Summer Rae is not one of those things to regain momentum for Rusev after having his great heel turn and his great heel one get ruined by 3 losses to John Cena. So, at least they're making Owens look like a badass even in defeat. So, at least they're doing it right. That should have been Rusev's one, but hey, I love Owens. Owens is more than one-dimensional than Rusev. You know, I like Rusev, but he's kind of one-dimensional. But Owens is a great athlete all around. Next up, we had Seth Rollins trying to apologize to the Authority. Now, I said this on my Raw review last week that Seth Rollins and the Authority breaking up, seemingly like they were going to break up, was a good thing. Because I said it. Seth Rollins used the Authority to get to the top. And I think in my mind, and I still believe this way, I believed it last week, and I'll say it again, he needs to get rid of the Authority and to find his own legacy on his own. He needs to win matches on his own. He needs to be his own man, not hide behind the Authority like he always fucking does. You know what I mean? And I thought there's some good progress last week, getting rid of the Authority on Seth's side and letting him fight on his own for once, you know, being his own man, to find his own legacy on his own. But now they're back together again. Despite Seth apologizing, I thought he was left high and dry when Lesnar came out. I thought, yay, Authority's gonna leave him high and dry, yes! Yay, they're gonna break up with them for good. But there was a fucking setup. Kane attacked Lesnar from behind, so did JJ Security. But Lesnar took them all out, leaving Rollins all alone again. Alone and prone to take a one-way trip to Suplex City, bitch. Population 1. Seth Rollins. He got suplexed to hell by Lesnar in that last segment. That was the only good thing about that segment, was Lesnar destroying Rollins. Delivering an F5, setting it up. But then the beatdown would ensue between the change of security and Kane. Despite Lesnar's best efforts to thwart the numbers, Kane and Rollins clipped the knee of Lesnar, rendering him useless. To be more prone to an attack, Jimmy Noble was still taken out, so Murphy came in to help with the attack, leaving Rollins for the pedigree. And we ended Raw with Rollins and the Authority back in the good graces. They kissed and made up, or in Rollins' case, kissed ass and made up, and once again back together with the Authority. Now I got 2 little rant points. Like one little rant point. Rollins and the Authority should never have gotten back together. They were doing so well with finally alienating Rollins alienating him from the Authority, making him be on his own. That could have set up the Triple H thing, but still, not just the Triple H thing. The fact that he needs, like I said, to define his own legacy on his own. He used the Authority. He's on top. He doesn't need him anymore. We were in good shape. And they ruined all that momentum that Rollins had from alienating the Authority just to kiss ass and make up with them? Come on, that was fucking stupid. To have him, bad about the Authority, say, I don't need you anymore, making good progress on him finally breaking up with the Authority, and then having him kiss ass and make up the Authority. Fucking stupid. Now, remember what I said earlier about Cena and Owens not being at SummerSlam? Should be at SummerSlam, but it's at Battleground. And I said one of the two things that could make Cena and Owens not be at Battleground and be at SummerSlam would be if there's a screwy ending or Cena gets hurt before Battleground. Well, that could happen to Lesnar. Because I don't want Lesnar and Rollins at Battleground. It should be at SummerSlam. And with Rollins clipping Lesnar's knee tonight, that could be a great way to write off Lesnar to let him not be at Battleground and let this match be at the pay-per-view it deserves to be, like Cena and Owens should be at SummerSlam, not a B-list pay-per-view. But like they did with Cena, they'll probably have Lesnar come back next week. You know what I mean? Or let Lesnar sell the injuries next week, then come back in 2 weeks, like whatever with Cena. They should have had Cena stay out till Battleground, but he came back tonight after only 2 weeks away. So there you go. That's my little rants on what tonight was okay, well. We have matches set for Battleground. 2 of them should be at SummerSlam. Hope they find ways to either injure Cena or injure Lesnar storyline-wise to take them both out and let these matches be at SummerSlam where they belong, in my humble opinion. And that is it for my Raw review for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. With that in mind, y'all been attacked by the review from Zach. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Stay cool out there, everybody. Very hot. Even though it's storming here in Michigan, you saw the lights flicker. I'm glad Paul didn't go out for this. Thank you. See ya. Yeah.